All right, getting into weather, the big question this morning, especially if you're getting out on the roads, is there fog? There is fog, but I'm kind of happy to see some changes from yesterday. First of all, it's not as dense in the exact same locations. And then also we're seeing our winds starting to pick up a little bit. So that might actually cause the fog to lighten up a little bit and get a little less thick as we get through the morning. So something interesting there. A lot of schools have already delayed the start time and things like that for today. So you want to pay attention to the ticker and go to our website and keep updated through the morning, because that is the case for some spots where they decided to do that. Our temperature right now in New Orleans, 70 degrees. It's looking okay in New Orleans right now. So no big problems, I think, right along the south shore of the lake. But when you hop over to other spots, our temperature has dropped a little more. And that is part of why we're seeing the fog. Of course, we also have the smoke from that New Orleans East Marsh fire and a few other wildfires. We have a dense fog advisory in the gray shaded area until 11 a.m. And here are those visibilities. So something interesting, Houma was at near zero visibility just a few minutes ago, and now it's at a quarter mile. That's still not really quite enough to work with on roads. That's still kind of in your dangerous territory where you want to be extremely careful, but it's good to see at least a little improvement. Slidell was also at a half mile. Now it's at 3/4 of a mile. So things very slightly improving in some locations. Belle Chase was very low. Also, it was at a quarter mile. Now it's well over 1 mile. So interesting to see in the 5 o'clock hour, we are seeing some improvements. Gonzales still very low at near zero visibility. But this morning we do have a little difference in that we actually have some wind. This is a good thing because it can kind of break up the fog. It prevents it from settling. It moves the air, it mixes it around, and it makes it so that the fog isn't just settling in and really just kind of taking hold. Look at our visibilities also with our Fogcast model. It also has things improving by about 7 a.m. So this would be a great thing, but again, still use a lot of caution on the roads just in case. 9 a.m. things are improving, and then we're back to very high visibility. This is in miles, by the way, that you can see out ahead of you. So back to very good visibility by about 10, 11 o'clock. So anything we do see should be coming to an end by late morning. We're seeing the super fog, that smoke and fog mix, partially because we have these smoke particles, and what we see is water droplets finding them and condensing on them, which creates more fog and makes the fog thicken. So this is part of why we're seeing these pretty foggy conditions, much more so than we would normally if we didn't have the influence of the smoke. The upper pattern has a big high over us for the next several days. That's why we don't have any fall weather this week, but a low will get close. Between these two, you often get very strong winds. So it won't be extremely windy, but that will increase our winds. And that's why we're thinking the rest of the week, the fog chance will not be as high in the mornings. Really, it's yesterday morning looked the worst. This morning we're seeing some as well, but it looks like a bit better in the next few days. Of course, that high keeps us dry. We need the rain because of the drought, but not looking at a whole lot of rain. And in fact, the main thing this week is just our temperatures continuing middle 80s, even though our average high is about 78. Your early Halloween outlook for a week from today. Cold front might arrive during the day. Some rain, maybe a 1/4 inch at the most, looks possible. Right now, models are not in great sync, but they do have 70s for the afternoon, maybe even some 50s or 60s for the early morning and late night. So that could be something to look forward to just outside of this 7-day forecast.